How's it going, everybody? Chase here. Today I'll be reviewing the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Stars series Final Form Frieza. Now this is one of the coolest figures, if not one of the best out of the entire Dragon Stars line, just because of how dynamic and how colorful it is. First up, we're going to take a look at the Sculpting Details. His face looks just like him. He's got shading all throughout the body, blue shading. On his back, on his wrist, on his forearms. This guy is just coated with it. Just some very... It almost looks like the character just climbed out of the manga. It's impressive. But first next we're gonna take a look at the articulation. Articulation wise, Frieza has a ball joint in the head so he can look left and right, up and down. The head does not come off. He has a very high range of articulation or range of motion in the in the shoulder, which lets him raise it all the way up, rotate it, and bring it inwards pretty good. But up next is the chest or torso. It's not a lot of articulation, and there's a little bit, but not a lot. Drop down hips, or drop down legs where you can kick up, kick back, kick out, stuff like that. Double jointed knees, pretty good range. And a pivot in... It's kind of a pivot. I mean, it can pivot, but it's also a hinge. And single jointed elbow. I don't know if I did this already, but single jointed elbows and ball joint / hinge in the wrist. He also has tail articulation, which is pretty good. It's on a hinge and a ball joint, so you can bring it out like that. Or if you want it to rotate, you can also swivel it at a second point near the tip, which is pretty good. Up next, I'm going to show off the accessories. Accessory-wise, Frieza comes with 2 sets of hands and 1 extra hand. He comes with 2 fists, 2 open palm blast / style pose hands, pretty good, and 1 death ball / death beam hand, which looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna try posing this guy a little bit. There's a pretty good pose right there. The psychokinesis or telekinesis pose. You can get him in the I forgot what it was called, but I'm just going to call it the death saucers. Where he can kind of like this. And if you have the accessories or whatever, you can put them in his hands and it can look like he's getting ready to launch them. And you can... Just a second, I'm trying to find the hand. There it is. You can get him in the classic death ball. I don't have a flight stand, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to just kind of make it look like it. Looks pretty good. And I've seen some people do this where they pose him picking his nose, which is kind of funny. So, there's that. But that's pretty much going to do it for my review of the Final Form Frieza. This is a very good figure. I highly recommend, if you can find one, pick it up. Just don't pay over $22 to $23 just because some people have a tendency to scalp and then jack the price up. But for $20 or $22, you're getting a very good, top-notch Frieza. Very similar to SH Figuarts, which is arguably the best out of the entire figure grade or figure class, whatever you want to call it. But this is a very cool figure. I think you'll highly enjoy it or highly appreciate it. But if you did enjoy this video, consider liking, consider subscribing to my channel. I upload almost daily. And until next time, have a good one.